This is the chocolate study, and it's presented by Nicole Worster. So the problem is nursing school is stressful. Juggling a job, family, personal time, and schoolwork is very hard. Nurses need to learn how to manage stress while they are in nursing school. Eating chocolate is one method of stress reduction for many people. Nursing students need to identify which type of chocolate tastes best so that when they are stress eating, they may experience stress reduction. I have had this problem a lot in the past couple years of nursing school. I tend to stress eat when I am studying or just typically doing homework. So the purpose of this descriptive study is to identify the taste differences and preferences between chocolate A, which is Hershey's, and chocolate B, which is Dove. The results of this study may help researchers to understand the differences between two brands of chocolates and allow for recommendations on which chocolate to eat when stressed. This study will examine chocolates and the chocolate tasting experience both quantitatively and qualitatively. The research questions are as follows. The quantitative question is, among RN to BS students, which chocolate is preferred, chocolate A or chocolate B? And the qualitative question is, what is the lived experience among RN to BSN students of chocolate A and chocolate B? The quantitative variables include the independent variable of the chocolate being two different types of chocolate, which will be tested, chocolate A, the Hershey's brand, and chocolate B, the Dove brand. The dependent qualitative variable is the perceptions measured on a Likert scale questionnaire. The qualitative variables include the perceptions of the participants who experience chocolate A and chocolate B. The demographics of the study include a 21-year-old student nurse female who is not allergic to any chocolate that does not contain nuts, and there was one participant in this study. Before the study was performed, I had gone and signed the informed consent sign. So the quantitative questionnaire consisted of 6 or 7 questions that we had to answer, from strongly agree, agree, neutral, to disagree, to strongly disagree. So to answer the questions, I am hungry, I agreed, because I was currently hungry while doing this study. So I am concerned about cholesterol consumption and avoid cholesterol in foods and desserts. I put neutral because I have been trying to eat healthier lately, not necessarily cholesterol, but just in general, so I'm pretty neutral on the topic. So I avoid unhealthy foods. I am definitely neutral on that one because I don't go out of my way to avoid them, but I don't go out of my way to eat them either. So I love chocolate. I disagree in that statement because I could go without it. It's not a necessary thing I need every day. And for hate chocolate, I put neutral because I don't hate it, but like I said, I don't love it. So I'm right in the middle. So I love Hershey's brand chocolate. I put neutral as well because I could go with it or I could go without it. And the same goes for the Dove brand chocolate. I could go with it and I could go without it. So the quantitative scale for chocolate A, for the texture, I gave it a 3, that I could eat it or walk away from it. It was a bit hard to bite into. The moistness was there, so I gave it a good. The flavor, I gave it a 4 for good as well because it was very chocolatey. You could tell it was definitely chocolate. The appearance, I gave it a neutral because it was just kind of a bland wrapper. It was just brown and the chocolate on the inside was just brown as well. And the overall rating of the chocolate for Hershey's, I gave it a 4. For chocolate B, the Dove, for their texture, I gave it an excellent of a 5. Because the texture was super soft and when you put it in your mouth it just melted. It was very creamy. The moistness, I gave it a 5 as well because it didn't dry out my mouth at all. For flavor, I gave it a 4. It was very smooth and creamy, but I have had other chocolates before that had made a more powerful flavor of chocolate. For appearance, I gave it a 5 of excellent. The wrapper was very eye-appealing And when you opened up the wrapper, there's always a saying on the inside, so it just caught my eye a little bit more. So the overall rating of the chocolate for Dove, I gave it a 4. So the qualitative assessment for chocolate A of the Hershey's, describing the experience of tasting and eating it. The chocolate was hard and required chewing, but it did have a full chocolate taste, and the packaging was boring to look at. The experience made me feel the same as I did before I ate the chocolate, and after I ate the chocolate, I didn't really feel a difference except that I had a piece of candy. For chocolate B of the Dove, the package was pretty and inviting. The chocolate was smooth and melted in your mouth and had a very full, creamy taste. So the experience made me feel that I savored the chocolate for a few minutes, so it made me breathe and feel a little happier. So I definitely did feel a difference from when I first started it to when I didn't start it. There was a higher prevalence for chocolate B over chocolate A shown numerically. Chocolate A was 18 and chocolate B was 23. Qualitatively, chocolate B revealed to have a higher prevalence than chocolate A by stating that the chocolate was inviting and smooth and melted in your mouth, while chocolate A was hard.